Hello and Happy New Year! The Prescott Valley Public Library Young Adult Department presents a 3D printing video tutorial. 3D printing is a fun way to create 3D objects, but first there are a few things you must do before you're ready to print. The first thing you'll do is go to thingiverse.com. What you'll see when you reach the website is a wide variety of different patterns that you can use. All of these are free, open source patterns, and they're all different, so you'll have to take a look and see which ones you want. I'm going to type in Baby Yoda as an example for patterns. As you can see, lots and lots of patterns show up. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that there are multiple pages of Baby Yoda. So if I scroll to the very end, you can see there's 17 pages total. So I'm going to select this one. You can take a look and see at the details of the pattern, and you can see here that they actually painted it. So you're going to download all the files, and once you click on that, it'll take a few moments to download the files to print. Once you've downloaded the files, you're going to save the file onto a flash drive or onto your computer so that you can email it to PVPL Teens so we can print it for you. So you'll grab your file, and here I'm just dropping it into a flash drive. But again, save it on your computer or save it as an attachment on your email and send it to pvplteens@gmail.com. Next, we're going to open Dremel Digilab 3D Slicer program. This is a program that actually converts the .stl into a printable form. Once the program is open, you're going to open new files and you're going to drop your 3D print pattern into the program. What we're going to start with is clicking on your form, and we're going to play around with moving it on the platform. So I'm going to show you how if I put the x-axis 5, y-axis 10 that moves it, and the z-axis moves it as well. So you can add numbers in these boxes, but you can also use the arrows to move. So you can move it back and forth, you can move it that way, and you can move it up and down. If you go a little bit beyond where you want, you can always reset the numbers by putting in 0, and that will bring it back to its main center place. If you go to the next option, this is the scale. You can make it larger or smaller, depending on how much time you have to print or how large you want it. Keep in mind, the larger the print, the longer it's going to take. So once we play around with some of the sizes, you can then check out, you can prepare the object, and then you can see how long it'll take to print. And this function is for rotation, and you can do it manually with these orbs around your pattern. You can grab it and twist it to change the angle that way, or you can change the direction that your object is facing, and you can also tilt it back and forth depending on how you want it. With this function, you can mirror your object back and forth, up and down, or back to forward. So if you want to change the direction it's facing, that's an option. The next thing we'll do is prepare your pattern. So after clicking on the prepare button, this will slice your pattern and let you know exactly how long it's going to take to print. So with this size and change, it looks like it's going to take about 57 minutes to print. I'm going to take it a little bit smaller to make it a shorter print. So I'm going to put it at 75% of the original pattern and see what that will bring us to. So I'm going to click prepare again. And this time it's going to be about 30 minutes. So that works for me. So I'm going to push save to removable device, and then I will eject my USB, and the next step will be to plug in your pattern. This is the machine calibrating itself. It's important for the platform to be straight and even, and for the extruder to know exactly where the platform is. Once the machine is done calibrating, you will wait for it to finish heating up, and then it will begin to start your print. Now you want to clean up your print pattern. You may find some scaffolding or supports printed along the outside of your print job. You can sometimes use your fingers to pry it off, or maybe some tweezers. Here I'm using some small side cutters that I can pull the extra plasticky filament off of my pattern. Depending on the quality of the pattern that was created, you may have a lot of this extra support on the outside, and some print jobs don't have any. So it just depends on what the pattern is that you used. There you have it, my friends, an example of how to use our 3D printer. If you would like to choose a print pattern from Thingiverse and send it to us, we'll print it for you. A couple different ways you can do that. You can find a registration form on the teen website at pvlib.net and then go to the teen page, or you can also just email. Our email address is pvplteens@gmail.com, and make sure you attach your pattern onto the email, and we will print that for you and contact you when it's ready to pick up.